welcome back to the channel. My name's Angela. In today's episode, I'm gonna show you what I got and why when I went grocery shopping. I went to Costco and I went to the Great Canadian Superstore. Over here, I've got some frozen veggies, and this is the Normandy style ones, and this is the only frozen thing that I got. I like having this blend because A, it's organic, but B, when I'm making a stir fry or like any type of meal, I like having pre-cut, pre-done vegetables. And from what I was able to get from the farmers and whatnot this year, I don't have any broccoli, I don't have any cauliflower. I've got carrots, which is great, but it's the broccoli and the cauliflower that I really like to beef up a dinner that I don't have. So that's on the goal list for next year, is to be able to have enough broccoli and cauliflower so I basically can make this on my own without having to buy it. But I'm gonna go quickly run to the freezer and drop this in, and then I'll be right back to go over everything else. Now that that's all done, I can take my time going through everything else. All right, so over here I've got some dried mangoes, and we buy these from Costco. We just buy 3 bags at a time. It's crazy how much the kids love these things. I love them, my husband loves them. We use those little tin cans or tin cups that I showed you. When we're on the road, I just throw a couple of these in there along with some of the other fruit that I dehydrate, like the apples, pears, and peaches. And I throw a couple of raisins in. Sometimes I throw nuts if I have a bag in the store, as my kids call it. So we really like having those. And we also love our popcorn. We make popcorn on the stove. I haven't bought popcorn, the microwavable ones in those little packets, for honestly, I don't even know how many years. And I will do a video on how to make stovetop popcorn because it's the easiest thing you could ever make. And I like it so much more than the air poppers. And you don't have to buy an air popper. You can do it with a regular soup pot that you have at home or whatever other kind of pot that you have at home. A little bit of oil, and it's so incredibly easy. I picked up these from the grocery store. This is the Bare Naked Maple. I want to try and replicate this. I want to start making our own granola bars, and I want to start making our own yogurt toppers, and kind of use this as like an addition to the trail mix along with the dried fruit. So I bought this 1 bag to taste because they are by far the most delicious out of all the flavors that they have. This is by far my absolute favorite. So I want to try and come as close as I possibly can. I picked up some dried cranberries. I want to start making our own cranberry type granola. Same with the sliced almonds. I also like using the sliced almonds. I got these 2 things. Basically this entire section, aside from this, was Costco. The sliced almonds, I like roasting them on a pan and then adding them to salads or as a topper to stir fry. This is some coconut oil. I really like using this. You guys know that I love to zest my lemons, and in doing that, I also throw them into jars, water bath them, and then I have freshly squeezed lemon juice anytime that I want. Well, we ran out of ginger. So I was able to get some organic ginger at Costco. So now I can juice this, and I can blend the lemon juice and ginger juice, and then we have our lemon ginger shots. The naan bread, however you pronounce this, I haven't found a good recipe for myself to make them. I make my own hummus, and the kids just love it. So I'll have an episode on that later, on how I make my hummus, which is basically like a non-chickpea hummus. Over back here, our dogs are on a raw food diet, so we just get eggs in bulk. We also tap into this. These chickpea noodles, you guys have heard me talk about them before. I absolutely love them. They're delicious. I'm not sponsored by them, but it was $3.50 off today, so I got myself a box. We make our own almond milk to save money. Over here, I've got 3 bags of almonds. These are $15.99 for non-organic, just the Kirkland brand from Costco almonds. And I can get 9 1.9 liter jars out of 1 bag. My oldest decided to go through a 5-foot growth spurt, so all of a sudden his rain boots don't fit, his socks don't fit, like nothing fits. So I had to get some socks, so I got a thicker pair from Costco because he complains in the winter it gets down to -27 here. So I'm very glad I was able to get these thicker ones at Costco, and I got these thinner ones at the grocery store. So he's basically all set. I talked about these wraps. I like getting them at Costco. They're slightly cheaper, but I like the fact that they're like a little bit cheaper than the store, but there's also 15 wraps in that one package. And I like the ancient grains and the vegetable garden blend that they have. So I've got those. And then over here, I've got two basically bouillons that are organic. So I really like these, although you have to sometimes watch it because they can churn your broth a little bit on the saltier side. I've got the vegetable base and I've got a chicken base. And my goal for this year is to really get comfortable with with pressure canning, because I like these as kind of like a saving grace, but I don't want to rely on them. And I make excellent beef stock, chicken stock. As soon as I get the handle on pressure canning, I'll be able to get off of buying these, which is, I'm just so looking forward to that. I can also make chicken broth. It's not like I don't know how to make it. I just can't preserve it. I need that extra step. So that's definitely on my goals list to get comfortable with by the end of the year. For now, I am buying them. I've got 2 packages of mushrooms. We haven't had like just the cremini and the white mushrooms in a while. We're always looking for great granola bars that have a lot of protein in them. I'm not crazy about chocolate personally, but my husband wanted to try these out. There's a lemon coconut, dark chocolate almond, and peanut butter chocolate. So he will basically be eating all of those. And well, why not? He wanted to give them a try. Over here, I've got rolled oats. We've got steel cut oats, but for the granola bars, I wanted to do rolled oats. So we got this. And then over here, I've got Castile soap, and then I've got coconut oil. We make our own foam soap. Over here, I wanted to give these a go. These are vegan, or maybe, oh, these are veggie chicken nuggets. They're plant-based, and I didn't see anything scary in the ingredients, so I figured let's give it a go. My kids like it as a treat once in a while, like when we're out on our adventures. We're out of Worcestershire sauce, but I think there's a little bit in there because I threw water into the bottle that's in the fridge. But I like adding this just to kind of give it a little bit of depth to like stew or broth or whatever I'm cooking with. And I ended up getting a little bottle of fish sauce. I like having it when I'm doing either a vegetable fried rice or chicken fried rice or any kind of like Asian inspired meal like that. I have run out officially out of lemon juice. And I know I have lemon juice in my husband's office on the pantry shelf, but I like using the freshly squeezed stuff for our lemon ginger shots and put into smoothies. This one I like using just on hand for canning. So I've got a ton of tomatoes that are in the freezer right now. When it's a nice snowy day and we're hanging out in our pajamas, I'm gonna end up canning them up. I still don't know what I'm doing with them, but I like having them on hand. And when you need them for canning, you can't find them. And when you don't need them, there's tons of it. Anytime I go to the grocery store, I like just getting like 1 or 2 items of like lemon juice, lime juice, mason jar lids. You know, in the middle of the summer, I'll grab like a case of mason jars. So it's not so overwhelming to get, 3 cases of mason jars. And then you're like, oh my God, my bill was outrageous. But if you start stocking up a little bit at a time, it doesn't actually seem as shocking to purchase these items, at least I have found, versus, oh, I'm gonna start canning jam or juice or whatever. Oh my God, I need 3 cases of mason jars. Well, they're $60, or depending on where you get them, right? If you get a case here and then wait a couple weeks and get another case, wait a couple of weeks, if you accumulate things like slowly, it's not as big of a shock to your budget versus if you get it all in one lump sum. So that's kind of a way how I'm able to figure out, and fit our mason jar and our canning budget in with our groceries, because I count it as part of our groceries. So when I have a budget of our groceries are you know, $100 for this week. Well, okay, I need mason jars. All right, so I have to set aside like only $80 for groceries because I know $20 is going towards mason jars. So I've got 4 lemons and I've got a lime juice. Over here, I've got avocado oil. I ended up getting 2 because they were on sale. Over here, sadly, my Nespresso travel mug decided to fall and it hit the perfect spot right where that lid goes to like actually close the coffee. And I didn't think it was a big deal until I dropped my coffee fell over and all of my coffee, the first time it spilled over the back of the truck and I'm like, whatever, it's the back of the truck. At least it didn't get anything dirty. The second time it went all over my seat and I was just like, great, now I gotta sit in wet coffee. And there's only so many times you wanna do that. I got these, which is fantastic because both of these were, I think like $27 for both of them. And when I went to the grocery store, you could get one for $32, like $31.99. These Cheerios, my boys love Cheerios. They call them circles, which I'm fine with, but they came out with a pumpkin spice. They always come out with these once a year, and I always get a box as a treat. As I said, my boys have decided to have like this 5-foot growth spurt. And for $24, I got 2 pairs of shoes, 1 for each of them, because these are the next size up. So I've got one that's in the size 2 running shoe right now, and I've got one that's in a size 12 running shoe. And I know they're getting kind of close, like so about January, they should be bumping up to the next shoe size at some point. So I figured I might as well do that now because at Walmart, I've even seen running shoes for about the $30. And they're a no-name brand, they're nothing spectacular. So for $25, I'm okay spending that on running shoes. And that is the entire grocery haul. I think I have done everything. I don't anticipate I'm going into the grocery store anytime soon unless we want, you know, fresh peppers or fresh cucumbers, which I want to set aside a budget of, you know, say $40 a week. And I really want to stick to that. I know a lot of channels go through, you know, the pantry challenge in January, but I kind of like doing the pantry challenge all year round because there's no point in stocking up your pantry to then just go back to the grocery store to restock the pantry, restock the fridge, and then your pantries just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I said before in my other previous pantry tours, I feel like a lot of pantry items go there to die. And I definitely don't want to waste our money, waste food. We work very hard for our money, prices, everyone's, you know, really shocked with inflation. I want to try and minimize that as much as possible. So I'm super happy to have you guys join me on this journey. I want to help you save money. I want to help you get creative in the kitchen. If you're still listening to me at this point, I'm so excited that you're still here. And let's have fun in the kitchen, and hopefully you can too. So until next time, thanks for coming to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.